I'm not sure that what time that you opened this clip. As we talked about this learning style uh, last week, and the situation getting worse, so I decided to record this video clip, and I think it's not only one, and there should be many video clips for 1 week or one class because our university they have the policy that want our student to study online to protect you as our student as Thai people from the COVID-19. I think this is the best way that we can study because I think using the real time and online is not a good idea. So uh, I decided to record these video clips to teach you for this week and for this week, it is about the method. A good news is the method is like the way that we can design. It's like you can group some source code to make it easier for other people to to understand your code, make it easy for you to organize your thought and sometimes when you work um, like backward maybe you write code today and you have to reuse it in the next few I think few months you have to read it, you have to understand it, you have to redo a lot of things about it. So the best way is to make it um, to make sure that you write it in a good style. So method is one of the things that you have to consider, and you have to use it in your real life, real developer life. Okay, guys. The idea of method is quite simple. It's like you can use your programming skill from the previous chapters to write the method. It's like we have no new statements, but it's about how can you write it and how can you use it. Okay, guys. So it's very easy because you already familiar with the chords like this. Okay, guys, I'll show you how can we write the method. This one I use the Visual Studio Code, and of course you can use any IDE as you want. Okay, uh, okay, guys, this file is method demo.java. Okay, guys, I'll start with something that we're familiar with the 4 lines. Public class method demo and public static void main string argument s, and then this one is the method that I think you're very familiar with. This is a declaration of the method. The first one is you have to make it public or private. In this idea, the public one is it will be studied in more and more detail when we talk about the class and the inheritance and a lot of things about the class and object. When you write your own class, you need to know the public and private. But the idea is quite simple. But at this time, we have one class and we will write a method in this class. Okay, so it is like you can declare it like public or private. It's easy. And the static one, it means that you already know about the static class and object already, right? So if you declare the one method in static one, and this method call other method, the stat uh, the one that it called must be static also. Because when you write static, it means that you can call it by the class name, not the object. I'm sorry that I have to close my line, so it make us it okay. Okay, so it's much better now. Okay, uh, this one is the static keyword. Uh, you can use you have to use static if you declare the class that is static. Okay, and void means this method won't return any values, and this one is the name of the method, and this one is the parameters. You can have many parameters. It can be separated using the comma one like this. Okay, so the first one that I'd like to show you is I write a method to find the max of two integer. Okay, so it's quite simple. I will make it like a public and static and integer of max of two. So I'll get two parameter a and b. Okay, and then it's quite simple. If a is greater than b. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Python. Wow. I'm very sorry that I have to uh, teach many classes and sometimes it's in Python. Oh, I'm very sorry. If a is greater than b, I will return a. If not, I return b. Sometimes, if you don't have some statement in the in the main part, the part that is you must execute, Java will warning and sometimes cause an error. So you must have a return statement in some point that must be executed. You cannot make it like that. B greater than if b greater than a, return b. You cannot make it like this because Java will think that, can you see this line? Java will think that, okay, there are two if statements, but it can be executed if the condition is correct. Okay, so there are not any statements that must be executed. So we have to remove it. Okay, guys. Now you can call it. For example, I will print the result. Max of 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Okay, that's all. I'll run it and check the result. Can you see? The result is 3. Okay, it's the result. Okay, so guys, now I will ask you to write the max of 3. The max of 3. I want something like this and return the max of 3. How can you write it? Please take your time and I will show you in the next clip.